I present to you the Mandarin High School class of 2018. Please be seated. Good afternoon and welcome to the 2018 annual commencement exercise for Mandarin High School. Mandarin has been graduating seniors into this community since the school was built back in 1990. It continues to produce an outstanding cohort of young people who are prepared for college and/or the workforce. We want to welcome all of you this beautiful Thursday afternoon, including our honored platform guests, the parents, the friends and relatives of our 2018 graduates, certainly the faculty and staff of Mandarin High School, but most importantly, the reason that we are all here at this impressive Jacksonville Memorial Arena on May the 31st, 2018, our very special honorees, the Mandarin High School graduates of 2018. It is our pleasure to welcome all of you here this afternoon. And at this time, our Naval NJROTC Color Guard will present the colors, and Miss Julia Ann Cuthbertson, our Miss Mandarin for 2018, will come forward and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Would you please stand?
At this time, please remove your caps. Just the men. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem, to be sung by a Mandarin High School quartet directed by Ms. Jennifer Brown, our Mandarin choral director.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag
You may be seated. At this time, Miss Amy Bosman, Mandarin Senior Class Historian, will come forward with a special presentation for her senior class.
Good evening, fellow graduates, family members, and faculty. I would like to start off by saying that this speech was not written within the past week, nor even the past month. I began to write this speech over the past year to address everything needed to make life worthwhile. Over this past year, I have hit the lowest of lows and the highest of highs. I have laughed till I was dizzy and cried harder than before. To my surprise, I have come to realize the importance of having obstacles. The definition of an obstacle, according to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, is something that impedes progress or achievement. From this definition, one can infer that an obstacle always has a negative impact on the growth of an individual. But in fact, to my surprise this year, I have observed the exact opposite. As most people know, in military branches such as the Marine Corps, Navy, and Air Force, it is common to hear of recruits going through boot camp. Every boot camp comes with a series of obstacle courses that test both your mental and your physical strength. According to today's military, and I quote, "The purpose of this training isn't to break recruits. In fact, the combination of physical training, field exercises, and class time makes individuals strong and capable. It's a tough process, but a rewarding one that many service members value for life." End of quote. This would imply that while the definition I read to you earlier talks about obstacles impeding any type of progress, those in the armed forces believe that each difficulty represents a new challenge to better both their mental and their physical strength. The armed forces are not for everyone, and God bless each and every one of those that have served this beautiful country. The quote that I just read to you can, believe it or not, be directly applied to life. Senior year is full of new friendships, hard lessons, new adventures, and unforgettable memories. There were times when we laughed when the teachers dressed in sumo wrestler costumes, cried over a really hard biology test, showed up late to class due to traffic, of course, sorry, Mr. Schmidt, and the ongoing struggle to find a parking spot. I stand before you today to attest to the idea that sitting in these very seats proves that you have overcome at least one hurdle over these past 4 years. Even the littlest obstacle of deciding to go to class or not, or a bigger one like failing a test, each barrier shapes you as a person. Quoted by Brian Houston, "You are not tripped up by the obstacles you tumbled on. You're tripped up by your inability to get up and keep going." It's just that, y'all. Life will throw obstacles at you no matter what. However, the way you view these obstacles defines your character. As I stand in front of you today, I have faced antagonists that wanted to do nothing other than to tear me down, nagging self-doubt telling me that I can't do it, and what ifs making me question my very existence. But these barriers have carved me into the strong, caring, independent, and enthusiastic person I am today. If you get one thing from my speech today, Mustangs, it's this: with each day brings a new obstacle to overcome, small or big. You don't have to know where you're going in the future, but I promise you that with whatever path you take, you will come across at least one obstacle. But just like those in the armed forces, each challenge makes them stronger, quicker, and better. The obstacles we face make us the people we are today. Every obstacle we faced in the past has brought us to this very moment of receiving our high school diplomas and flipping our tassels. God has a plan for each and every one of us. To know that all these barriers, big or small, have brought us to this amazing accomplishment like graduation should make us all view hardships differently yet similarly. Each day brings a new obstacle. Each day brings a new sunrise. And with each sunrise brings you chances to better yourself. So graduates, today is a sign of victory for each and every person, a victory that proves that no matter what you do in life, no matter where we go, there will be obstacles. However, moving forward and not letting them bring us down, at the end of the day, proves to be a victory in itself. Every hurdle that you have overcome in these past 4 years has brought you to this very moment of receiving your high school diplomas. Life is not guaranteed to be easy. There will be hardships, but don't let this interfere with your character. Treat every obstacle as a way to become nicer, braver, and stronger. Every day brings a new sunrise, and every new sunrise brings a new obstacle to overcome. Quoted by Thomas Carlyle, permanence, perseverance, and persistence in spite of all obstacles, discouragements, and impossibilities is this, that in all things distinguish the strong soul from the weak, end of quote. You have proven yourself today, the class of 2018, but when you embark on a new adventure tomorrow, what obstacles are you going to overcome to better yourself? Thank you.
At this time, we would like to welcome Ms. Diana Bruner, Student Council President, and Mr. Kevin Lehman, Senior Class Vice President, as they introduce our honored platform guest.
It is our honor to introduce you to our distinguished stage guests. Please hold your applause until all guests have been recognized. To my immediate left, Dr. Donna Richardson, Principal, Mandarin High School, retiring after 33 years of service to Duval County Public Schools. Dr. Patricia Willis, Superintendent, Duval County Public Schools. The Honorable Lori Hershey, Duval County School Board, District 7. Mr. Don Nelson, Chief Officer of Operations, Duval County Public Schools. Mr. Kenneth Reddick, Duval County Public Schools Executive Director of High Schools.
Ms. Janetta Lucas, Assistant Principal, Mandarin High School. Mr. Brian Holloway, Assistant Principal, Mandarin High School. Ms. Beth Pekarik, Assistant Principal, Mandarin High School. Mrs. Mary Flynn, Assistant Principal, Mandarin High School.
Mr. Moses Williams, Principal, Mandarin Middle School. Ms. Jacqueline Sneeden, Principal, Greenland Pines Elementary School. Mrs. Christy Kemp, Principal, Loretto Elementary School. Mr. Brett Hartley, Principal, Crown Point Elementary School. Mrs. Tammy Tushoff, Principal, Twin Lakes Middle School.
Mrs. Debbie Kane, PTSA President, parent of a graduating senior, Mandarin High School. Mr. Steve Mizrahi, School Advisory President, Mandarin High School. Mr. Larry Uden, teacher, Mandarin High School graduation name caller, and parent of a graduating senior.
To my immediate right, Daniel Darty, valedictorian, class of 2018. Evan Haig, valedictorian, class of 2018. Daniela Valdez, salutatorian, class of 2018. Jasmine Fletcher, senior class president.
Diana Bruner, student council president.
Kevin Lehman, senior class vice president.
Grace Rogers, graduating senior and commencement speaker. Amy Bosman, senior class historian. Julia Ann Cuthbertson, Miss Mandarin 2018. Madison Williams, senior class treasurer. Christian Rodriguez, senior class secretary.
Mrs. Jennifer Gilliard, teacher, Mandarin High School, and parent of graduating senior. Mrs. Paulette Mills, Mandarin High School, and parent of graduating senior. Mrs. Jennifer Oglesby, teacher, Mandarin High School, and parent of graduating senior. Mrs. Renata Dewberry, teacher, Mandarin High School, and parent of graduating senior. Mrs. Karen Brown, teacher, Mandarin High School, and parent of graduating senior.
Mr. Abe Rising, 2018 Teacher of the Year, Mandarin High School.
Nice.
Mrs. Susie Herndon, 2018 Employee of the Year, Mandarin High School. Mr. Abbas Merdnali, retiring teacher, Mandarin High School. Mrs. Kimberly Rolfe, teacher, Mandarin High School, and graduation name caller.
Please join us in a round of applause for all of these distinguished guests.
Now, would our Mandarin teachers please rise and remain standing for just a few moments of recognition? All the teachers. To you teachers, this very special evening, we are most appreciative. To all of you dedicated educators who have given your lives to the most important job in the whole wide world, and that is making sure that our children learn and become productive U.S. citizens. These young people truly are our national treasures, and you have been there for them since day one. And all the while, teachers, you have been instructing, guiding, coaching, mentoring, caring, sharing, and reassuring these fine graduates today, always reminding them that they have the ability to learn and to succeed in this life. You have been role models for them from the very beginning, every single day. John Quincy Adams, a former president of the United States, way back in 1846, once said, and I'm quoting him, "To furnish the means of acquiring knowledge is the greatest benefit that can be conferred upon mankind. Education prolongs life itself, and it enlarges the sphere of our existence," end quote. You, our most highly esteemed faculty at Mandarin High School, you have shown your passion for imparting knowledge, for inspiring our young people, and creating a well-informed and prepared future generation. We owe you, our tireless educators, a debt of gratitude this afternoon. Seniors, will you please join me in a round of appreciation, applause for your teachers. Teachers, you may be seated. Now we also need to take a moment and recognize another very important group of guests with us today. These are those kind and gentle souls who fed and nurtured you graduate throughout your entire lives. These are the people who wiped away your tears, and they worked long, hard hours just so you could have all the necessities and the luxuries of life. They are the ones who held your hands and invested their own lives so you could reach today's very special milestone. These wonderful guests who are sitting out in our audience have made many sacrifices just so you could have the things you wanted. They have loved you unconditionally. They have stood by you when you were right, and they have corrected you when you were wrong. They truly are your biggest fans, and they are present here this afternoon because they love you and are so very proud of you. You are their pride and joy. Would all the parents and guardians of our 2018 graduates please stand and be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. And now, our Mandarin chorus will perform a musical tribute to the class of 2018. It is entitled, We Are the World, and it is directed by Miss Jennifer Brown.
We hear the
Thank you, Ms. Brown and our choral members for that special song for our seniors. It is now time for our valedictory speeches, but we have a very unique situation this school year in that we have two of our students who have the exact grade point average and are sharing the valedictory position for 2018. Both of them will speak this afternoon, and Ms. Janetta Lucas, our assistant principal at Mandarin High School, will come forward at this time and introduce these two top-ranked students.
This year's valedictorians made unprecedented history for Mandarin High School. They are best friends who are like conjoined twins, but with different parents. Our first valedictorian graduates with a weighted grade point average of 4.8529. He has taken virtually every advanced placement and ACE course offered throughout his high school career and is a tremendous academic role model for the senior class. He is dedicated to his academics while remaining committed to his extracurricular activities and outside obligations. He believes that all of the diverse and rigorous classes he has taken at this school have helped contribute to his success. Challenging situations motivate him to work that much harder to accomplish his goals. He is a Cambridge ACE Scholar, a National Merit Scholar, an AP Scholar, and a 5-time member of the FBA All-District 17 Honor Band on trombone. His extracurricular activities include marching band, National Honor Society, Multicultural Club, Interact Club, Joburg Seminar Series, and of course, the list goes on and on. He has been awarded over $84,000 for the Benequisto Scholarship and the University of Florida's Presidential Scholarship of $20,000. Although he was accepted to several other universities, FSU, UCF, and UNF, he has decided to further his education at the University of Florida and major in statistics. He is a complete package, a mixture of academic excellence, consistent leadership, and personal integrity. It is my honor to welcome to the podium the first 2018 valedictorian for Mandarin High School, Mr. Daniel Darty.
It is a great honor for each and every one of us to walk onto the stage as children and walk off into our lives ahead as adults. My father was the first member of his family to graduate from high school, and in doing so, has put me and my future children in a position to succeed in ways that his father before him could have never imagined. From him, I have learned to challenge my past and aim higher. My mother, meanwhile, worked 2 jobs in her senior year of high school just to make ends meet. Sacrifices that she has made throughout her life just to improve mine are inspiring and are something I will forever be grateful for. Both of my parents have shaped my beliefs in an immensely positive way, leading me to value hard work and determination. I believe that through these values of hard work and determination, anything can be achieved in life, with this high school diploma acting as our passport to something greater. As we are about to receive our diploma, let us all take the opportunity to reflect on the experiences that have led up to our moment today. After all, as Albert Einstein once said, the only source of knowledge is experience. Although the nights of homework and the days of standardized testing allow us to graduate, the experiences had throughout our first 18 years are what often determine what we accomplish during the many more years that follow. Personally, it will be the memory of conceiving friendships in summer camps, building relationships with late-night conversations, and spending a superior night with the marching band at Steak and Shake that I'll forever cherish. These little moments, in all of us, are what brightened up our days in the short term, while also lighting our path to contentment in our futures. Entering adulthood, perhaps the toughest challenge we face are the decisions that we choose to make. Neil Peart of the Canadian rock band Rush once wrote, and I'm quoting him, "If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice," end quote. It is therefore important to recognize, particularly in Dr. Richardson's final year as principal of Mandarin, that achieving greatness in life is no longer the responsibility of the parents and teachers that have brought us this far. Now, more than ever, the choice is truly ours. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. Our second valedictorian also graduates with a weighted grade point average of 4.8529. In addition, he has taken every advanced placement and ACE course offered throughout his high school career and is another tremendous academic role model for all the senior class. He is dedicated to his academics while remaining committed to his extracurricular activities and outside obligations. He too believes that all of the diverse and rigorous classes he has taken at this school have helped contribute to his success. Challenging situations motivate him to work that much harder to accomplish his goals. He is an ACE scholar, a National Merit Scholar, an AP Scholar, a Joe Berg Scholar. His extracurricular activities include marching band, wind ensemble, National Honor Society, Multicultural Club, Interact Club, Junior Gents, Joe Berg Seminar Series, and a list of continued goes on and on. He has been awarded over $84,000 for the Benequisto Scholarship, although he was also accepted to several other universities such as FSU, UCF, and UNF. He too has decided to further his education at the University of Florida and major in geology. He too is also another complete package, a mixture of academic excellence, consistent leadership, and personal integrity. It is my honor to welcome to the podium the second 2018 valedictorian for Mandarin High School, Mr. Evan Haig.
Thank you, Ms. Lucas, and thank you to Daniel as well. My family and I often go camping, and on these trips, my dad, my grandfather, my brothers, and I go biking, and we get lost almost every time. When I was younger, getting lost on these trails would stress me out to no end. But at this point, I've come to expect it, and actually even enjoy getting lost sometimes, as long as we're not all arguing about which way to go. In order for us to get lost, we must come across two paths and then go down the wrong one. In Robert Frost's poem, The Road Not Taken, the speaker of the poem comes across a similar situation. At the end of the poem, the speaker says, I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. This quote is often used in speeches to encourage people to go against the grain and be themselves. But as we learned in English class this year, that is a gross misinterpretation of the quote, as it is taken out of context. You see, if you look at the poem as a whole, you realize that the speaker is simply looking back on his life and telling himself he took the road less traveled, even though the paths were actually quite similar. Throughout the poem, the speaker debates over which path to travel along and is quite indecisive. Then, years later, he looks back on his decision and tells himself he took the road less traveled. I want to encourage you to not be like the speaker of the poem. We all have so many decisions to make in our lives, and we come across forks in the road every day. And as I have learned about the trails on our camping trips, it's okay to get lost sometimes. In fact, it's even good to get lost sometimes because that is the best way for us to learn. Eventually, though, we should get back on our main path, and that main path will look different for each one of us. So, fellow graduates, as we move forward into the next stage of our lives, we must keep moving forward without looking back too much. We will go down some paths that will lead us to failure, and we will get lost, and that is okay. We just have to get back up on our feet and keep going till we come to the next fork in the road, and we might even have some fun along the way. As Winston Churchill once said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel, and thank you, Evan. You are both inspirations to us all. At this time, our senior class president, Jasmine Fletcher, will come forward with a few words for her graduating class.
Before I start this speech, class of 2018, look to your neighbor and tell them that you made it. Yes, you made it. On August 18th, 2014, we all embarked upon a new journey in our life that would expose us to very new aspects of life. This was our first day of high school. Now, if I was to stand here and speak of all the experiences I've had that have been filled with such profound feelings of love and all the lives that have had a direct touch on my heart, we would be here all night, and none of us have time for that. So instead, I'm going to summarize those experiences and feelings over the past 4 years as best as I can. Faculty, families, and parents, when I look out onto this crowd at my classmates, I see an abundance. And no, I am not referring to abundance in numbers. I am referring to the abundance of strength, the abundance of courage, and more importantly, the abundance of love that fills each and every one of them. These past 4 years have been filled with football games, pep rallies, and plenty of other events. From the classroom to prom and grad bash, I hope each and every one of you have been able to take away lifelong memories, lessons, and friends. And unfortunately, if high school hasn't been the best experience for you, that is why today is so significant. Because today, a new experience begins. This class may not have had all of these experiences together, but we have all shared something, and that is a passion to grow and strive to be better adults. I do not know each and every individual story of my classmates, but I do know 2 of them. Jared Hogg and Vivian McGowan, you two are a true testament to strength and serve as an inspiration to all of us. There are around 580 other truly unique stories of my classmates filled with successes and failures that have molded us into the unique adults that we are today. And although all of these stories are so different, that is what contributes to the greatness of this class. I must speak of 2 of my greatest experiences here at Mandarin, one of them being participating in the Multicultural Festival. By doing this, I was able to experience one of the most profound feelings a human can feel, and that is a sense of unity among a group of people that I shared so many differences with, yet so many similarities. And this is a testament in life. In life, we will come across people of all walks of life, but it is our job to embrace each other, to uplift each other, to create a sense of unity. The greatest thing about all 600 of us is that unity has to be strong, and unity must be the backbone of society. This next experience that I'm about to talk about, I must begin by personally thanking Superintendent Patricia Willis and her school board members, Dr. Donna Richardson, April Lane, and so many more Mandarin High faculty members for supporting me as I led a stance against an issue that has taken away the lives of too many students across this nation and not too long ago at a school 4 hours south of us. To the adults I just mentioned, thank you for supporting me at an issue that is so important and has taken away too many lives. To students Matilda Fan, Olivia Holiday, and Lamont Ernest, I love each three of you and thank you for having the courage to lead this fight with me and serve as an inspiration to your peers. The unity that was exhibited at these walkouts is without a doubt the most touching feeling I have felt from high school. Seeing my generation stand up and fight for their lives is a true testament to how ready this class is to go out and change the world. Now, I am not going to participate in the argument on whether high school graduation is a big deal in your life or not, but I will say this. Today, you flip the new page into a new chapter of your life, and that is something to be proud of. Today, you walk out into a new world, and today you create your definition of success and start embodying that definition. After you are handed this diploma today, go out and pave your way to success. Whether you are going to a college, university, community college, the military, the workforce, or simply just working on yourself. Do what you want, when you want to, how you want to, as long as it provides gratification to you and not anyone else. Go get that law degree. Go start your own business. Go save lives. Go educate others. Go do the thing. Because when I look out onto this class, I see progress. I see change. I see success. But more importantly, I see love. Keep love at the forefront of your journey and watch success follow right after you. Continue to be your biggest supporter because whatever you want in this world, nobody should want it more than you want it for yourself. Make your work ethic your biggest strength and watch success follow right after you. Make integrity a part of you and watch success follow right after you. Make your compassion shown, your discipline known, and allow your heart to grow and watch success follow right after you. World, watch out, because Mandarin High's class of 2018 is coming for you. Class of 2018, the world is yours, it belongs to you. Go out and make your impact.
Thank you, Jasmine. You have been a wonderful senior class president and truly a blessing to Mandarin High School. At this time, Grace Rogers, a Mandarin senior high school student who auditioned with many of her peers for this speaking honor at graduation, she was chosen unanimously by a panel of teachers to be the commencement speaker for the class of 2018. She will now come forward to present a special address to her favorite and fellow classmates.
Okay, so I don't know about you, but I've learned a lot these past 4 years. The most important thing being learning how much I love The Office. Michael Scott is the regional manager of a small paper company with associates who all have their own quirks. After reflecting on my time at Mandarin, I realized that the two places are actually pretty similar. We have artists, drama queens, cat ladies, incredibly intelligent friends, and friends who are masters of a good pun. At the end of The Office, and I'm not going to spoil anything, so don't worry, they're being interviewed, and one man in particular, Andy, said something that stuck with me. He said, "I wish there was a way to know that you're in the good old days before you've actually left them." Y'all, we're moving on. For so long, all I've heard and all I've been saying is, wow, I can't wait to graduate, and I just want to graduate, grow up, be an adult, anything. We get so caught up in going to the next step that we forget where we currently are. Most of us have devoted 4 years to this school, and that's not something to look past. There's no denying that we have all put an ample amount of time into our high school lives. And while each of us have certainly gone through difficult times as well, it's the programs, friends, and mentors from this school that have personally carried me through. So thank you for that. But why am I reminiscing? Commencement isn't about the past, it's about the future. It's a start, a new beginning. After this, we're going to college, a trade school, the military, a new job, or even just out into the world. It'll be a brand new experience. So, I have a challenge for everyone. Parents, teachers, family, this is for you too. Stop rushing for the next step. Because once we get there, it'll just be another waiting game to get to reach the next step after that. Why not enjoy the wait? Put time into those little things. Take advantage of small moments and find joy in situations instead of trying to just be grown and to skip ahead to what we think are the actual good parts of life. There's good everywhere. It's cliche, but it is true. Instead of wishing that you enjoyed the good old days when they happened, treat now like the days that you know you'll look upon later. So, before we truly move on to the next step, I would like to remind you that we are starting this exactly how we started during freshman year. From orientation to the first day of school, when we had no idea where to go or how to get there. We are doing this together. This special, exact set of people will never be in a gathering like this together again. Think about the orange-green chant that we did at freshman orientation. You go orange, green, and you have the Go Mustangs at the end, and you feel that energy pulsing through you. You're with your friends and even people that you don't really know that well, yet you know they're just as new and just as lost as you. Yet here we are in the end, rushing for this to be over. During final interviews of the office, another employee named Daryl said, "Every day when I came into work, all I wanted to do was leave. So why in the world does it feel so hard to leave right now?" Accurate, right? My final quote is a response from Creed. He says, and I'm quoting him, "No matter how you get there or where you end up, human beings have this miraculous gift to make that place home." So when you reach your next step, find a support system. Find a community of friends and make it your home. Create special moments with them. Inside jokes like good or chow down, chow down. Celebrate your milestones together. Then you'll be able to look back with them at the end of the day, at the end of that season of life, just like the office's finale and just like today, and say, things we did, this, thank you.
Thank you so much, Grace. It is so rewarding to work with these young people. They're so outstanding, and you've heard them this afternoon. Please join me in another round of applause for our commencement speaker, Grace Rogers. At this time, would our choral president, again, Miss Grace Rogers, and other choral singers please come forward and lead us in our Mandarin alma mater. The words are in your programs.
Please sing with me. Mandarin high, Mandarin high, hail to the alma mater. Mandarin high, Mandarin high, we are your sons and daughters. Memories of you may they stay with us, stay through each endeavor. Mandarin high,
It is impossible not to brag on this exceptional graduating class that is sitting before you on this beautiful May afternoon. There are 576 students that are draped in these mandarin green robes, and they represent some of the finest young people and American citizens that are graduating in 2018. Collectively, these Mandarin graduates have earned almost $4 million in academic scholarships to post-secondary institutions around the world. They have also compiled over 32,000 hours of community service. These are astounding figures for a most impressive senior class, and I think this deserves another round of applause. Will the senior class of 2018 please rise? Dr. Willis, our superintendent, I am proud to present to you this evening the Mandarin High School class of 2018. Each student here assembled has completed all the requirements as prescribed by the Duval County School Board and the state of Florida, and is hereby entitled to receive a high school diploma or a certificate of completion.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Florida and the Duval County School Board, I pronounce upon those of you who have completed the necessary requirements, graduates of the Duval County school system, and confer upon each of you all rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Seniors, you may now turn your tassels. And please be seated.
Family and friends of the class of 2018, to ensure that all seniors receive the recognition they deserve, we request that you refrain from any applause and maintain silence during the announcement of each graduating senior's name while we are acknowledged for our success and achievement. We thank you for sharing this special occasion with us, just as all of you have supported us through this endeavor. We welcome your continued support as we experience the many challenges that lie ahead. We hope we have made you proud.
At this time, I would like for the following people to please come forward and assist in the presentation of diplomas for the class of 2018. Dr. Patricia Willis, Superintendent, Duval County Public Schools. The Honorable Lori Hershey, School Board Member, District 7. Mr. Don Nelson, Chief Officer of Operations for Duval County Public Schools. And Mr. Kenneth Reddick, Executive Director of High Schools. We will begin the presentation with two seniors who were injured and have recuperated enough to join us today. We are so honored to have them here to receive their diplomas.
Vivian Grace McGowan. Jared Christopher Hogue.
Grace Annalise Rogers.
Daniel Wyatt Doherty.
Amy Judith Bosman.
Evan Paul Haig.
Julia Ann Cuthbertson.
Jasmine Marie Fletcher.
Christian Manuel Rodriguez.
Daniela Maria Valdez.
Madison Alexis Williams.
Diana Michelle Bruner.
Catherine Mary Bryant.
Kevin Christopher Lehman.
Katie Alexis Boykin.
Kellen Michael Edwards.
Clavisa Boyahashi.
Mikala Lynn Dockery.
Jet Jameson Byler.
Joshua William Perry Faig.
Claire Elizabeth Boonder.
Ashley Marie Emmert.
Quincy Elizabeth Bogro.
Genesis Angelica Talone.
Jillian Rose Beecham.
Mitchell Patrick Ferris.
Kimberly Grace Austin.
Whitney Marie Fowler.
Janessa Joy Atkinson.
Morgan Lee Gersten.
Ronacel Ancon.
Sarah Elizabeth Gilbert.
Ryan Alexander Aponte.
Kenneth Ashton Gore.
Anthony George Allen Godden.
Isabel Renee Guillaume.
Sarah Lynn Alford.
Angelina Marie Gorman.
Emily Levy Bowie.
Dallas Michael Hughes.
Ethan Edward Camps.
Zanaya Carolyn Hurt.
Jessica Carly Copcut.
Meadow Alexis Hodges.
Madeline Olivia Costello.
Olivia Elaine Holliday.
Gabrielle Marie Cintron.
Jared Blake Uden.
Jonathan Jayon Cho.
Ryan Daniel Henderson.
Libby Michelle Conrad.
Anna Christine Hebert.
Sydney Brooke Chester.
Aaron Horacion Harvey.
Megan Lee Cusack.
Natalie Cecile Harrison.
Catherine Paige Copeman.
Sage Elizabeth Harris.
Kinley Nicole Davis.
Catherine Claire Gipalo.
Faith Layson Zink.
Madison McKenna Hansen.
Nicole Jean Dewberry.
Jamelyn Rosario.
Liliana Nicole DiMiranda.
Elise Nicole Thompson.
Ashton Grace Miller.
Deanna Marie Rodriguez.
Kenzie Paige McMahon.
Elena Rodriguez.
Gavin Benjamin Miles.
Sarah Gita Sani.
Alexandria Taylor McDonald.
Carson Jacob Sapp.
Sydney Taylor McDonald.
Alexis Nicole Chandra.
Danielle Alexandria Long.
Morgan Paige Sawyer.
Hong Long Pham Lee.
Alexandra Nicole Sheldon.
Cynthia Lee Lenz.
Jake Alexander Swisher.
Catherine Louise Lee.
Eleanor Marie Vleek.
Brendan Michael Ledesma.
Kiana Nashay McNeil.
Yorgo Koti.
Shayla Valjavak.
Dongil Kim.
Sarah Valjavak.
Juno Kim.
Joseph James Travers.
Kazir Fuquan Brown.
Preston William Updegraff.
Chatni Navneet Mystery.
Timothy Hugh Tillo.
Morgan Nicole Mills.
Lisa Danielle Touchton.
Marissa Sina Ogden.
Juliana Rose Key.
Miriam Nafia.
Roman Andreevich Vaughn.
Lauren Renee Owen.
Issei Hussein.
Emily Ann Pappy.
Daniela Calmy.
Montgomery Phlox Phillips.
Camaris Renee Terry.
Marielle Chu Paz.
Elisha Mandagi Tenda.
Ashlyn Marie Poland.
Abigail Lel Fonda.
Lako Marie Reisnen.
Emily Randall Batey.
Andrew Charles Presser.
Max Ian Beaver.
Kevin David Presser.
Brett Allen Beauregard.
Kendall Nicole Riley.
Samuel Jordan Meek.
Naomi Rebecca Ringley.
Kenan Bektich.
Tanner J. Ambrose.
Courtney Danielle Bembry.
Alexander Sean Gilliard.
Clara Elizabeth Berg.
Caitlin Ann Ulridge.
Cheyenne Nicole Childress.
Jasmine Isabel Alicea.
Julia Ann Burtz.
John Logan Alicea.
Sienna Suzanne Bloom Ledoux.
Kyler St. Clair Allen.
Connor Scott Barnes Boatwright.
Chelsea Michelle Alcocer.
Cameron Robert Bethel.
Weston Jace Randall.
Philip Bratulin.
Alatunde Adeyinka Aena.
James Claudius Braxton.
Chelsea Lynn Aguilar.
Matthew Milton Bradley.
Taylor Rose Milady.
Paul Garrett Hebert.
Lindsay Madison Ambrose.
Christopher Alexander Wynn.
Alec Thomas Altman.
Jacob Hayes Carver.
Jakira Charlene Tiffany Andrews.
Joseph Michael Boyd.
Terrence Michael Aquino.
Madison Galmines.
Amber Lee Arias.
Noah Whalen Thurlow.
Lila Rose Atkins.
Bailey Nicole Williams.
Colton Taylor Bagby.
John Tyler Weeks.
Nicholas Claude Ayub.
Jacob David Ward.
Andrew Loman Bailey.
Sierra Kylie Cockrell.
Kayla Marie Bailey.
Nicholas Anthony Close.
Jonathan Alexander Biza.
George Nathaniel Coleman.
Brianna Lynn Barber.
Louis Noel Colbert Santana.
Kason James Barrio.
Skylar Shantae Coleman.
Bryce Watkins.
Nick Naum Como.
Courtney Danielle Capice.
Treasure Elizabeth Connolly.
Corey Sierra Caputo.
Kyle Joseph Conlon.
Eva Marie Kano.
Cora Gemma Coward.
Richard Canage.
Ronald Christopher Covington Hastings.
Stephen Leslie Butler.
Sarah Marie Fitzpatrick.
Brandon Lee Bird.
Samuel Eric Crandall.
Jared Daniel Burns.
Keegan Grace Fluharty.
Antonio Boxall Burgos.
Jacob Hunter Fisher.
Avery Jordan Birch.
Jacob Allen Cunningham.
Emily Rose Bucco.
Coral Cruz Alcantara.
Tam Bowie Bowie.
Anna Varice Crosby.
Nicholas Joseph Buchanan.
Madison Sierra Crotzley.
Zulena Markira Anderson.
Evan Lewis Brown.
Ryan Bryce Anderson.
Kayla Elizabeth Bryant.
Ricardo Valentin Castillo.
Adacia Marie Brothers.
Rodolfo Antonio Castillo.
June Devon Brothers.
Jimmy Andres Cedeño Barcia.
Sarah Rebecca Brock.
Frank Favali.
Jared Richard Kane.
Cassidy Rourke Chambers.
Madison Leanne Brayshaw.
Linnea Journée Chambers.
Taiwan Kwanye Brinkley.
Anthony Michael Hassert.
Kelly Christine Fowler.
Han Quan Shen.
Chandler Foster.
Keely Ray Durbin.
Gabriela Garcia Marcos.
Nafia Dermishi.
Elizabeth Garcia.
Bailey Caroline Carter Lockley.
Joshua Nathan Gaios.
Cheyenne LaMonica Kaysen.
Jalen Kevin Gale.
Christopher Lee Donaldson.
Andrew Sean Gibner.
Taylor Alexis Downs.
Antonio Dominic Palazzolo.
Anthony Joseph Domenico.
Madison Elise Holiday.
Andrew Blake Disney.
Preston Thomas Tate Hollis.
Tyler Robert Dingy.
Tiana Sevilla Holmes.
Haley Marie Dion.
Malachi Kirkland Holmes.
Hannah Jane Nicole Del Toro.
Samaya Howard.
Jessica Maria Delafield.
Shireen Ariana Hori.
Travis Dempsey.
Mason Alexander Goodman.
Cesar Javier Diaz Alvarez.
Michaela Ranique Gore.
Kobe Jabre Carroll.
Adriana Fabiola Gonzalez Toro.
Alasia Lepre Carter.
Darren Baxter Glover.
Georgia Ducey.
Andresa Gilka.
Jayla Elise Eric.
John Ross Gilmore.
Hunter James Erdman.
Michael Christopher Day.
Lamont Johnson Ernest.
Ashley Marie Davis.
Taylor Renee Estes.
April Deshay Davis.
Gordon Napoleon Estrada.
Samantha Joe Darnall.
Jeremy Julian Eubanks.
Jessica Catherine Darling.
Faith Giovanna Fanelli.
Cheyenne Daniels.
Danielle Diane Farrell.
Henry Coopy.
Sarah Monet Hartley.
Edwin Alexander Curry.
Paul Martin Heller Jr.
Jamishia Janae Hunter.
Taylor Lynn Miller.
Parker Earnshaw Huber.
Alan Craig Henderson.
Robert Daniel Hutcherson.
Dane Michael Hammerly.
Benjamin Raymond Hutcherson.
Ashley Victoria Hargis.
Kate Avalon Frock.
Peyton Isaiah Harkrider.
Rebecca Lee Hutchinson.
Ryan Douglas Hargett.
Altea Elise Manati.
Gabriel Bryce Hammonds.
Ashley Brooke Isham.
Jacob Victor Hanania.
Jacob Mark Malone.
Michael Victor Hanania.
Andres Alejandro Marin.
Zaria Keisha Hall.
Justin Ronald Marcotte.
Marissa Gabrielle Hamilton.
Courtney Lynn Marsh.
Kennedy Rose Haggerty.
Jurgen Marcoux.
Lila Jorgelina Guzman.
Jasmine Yvonne Jusaman.
Jared Allen Driscoll.
Lauren Victoria Jusaman.
Abby Nicole Duncan.
Joseph Caleb Johnson.
Kendall Margaret Nevison.
Kelvin Edward Jackson.
Allison Fatima Hernandez.
Xavier Tarek Jackson.
Sky Ethan William Hilbert.
Courtney Nichelle Ivory.
Kahari Marcel Lamar Hillman.
Hannah Nicole Grimes.
Maria Esmeralda Leon.
Tiana Simone Griffin.
Nolan Charles Lepkowski.
Brittany Grace Green.
Jillian Olivia Levine.
Zachary Michael Greenfield.
Avery Claire Lewis.
Casa Capri Gray.
Justin Scott Lewis.
Eden Catherine Gottlieb.
Brandon Charles Ligon Brunache.
Macy Dean Martin.
Emily Annette Liriano.
Michaela Danier Marsh.
Alejandro Enrique Linares Manzo.
Karen Abela Martins.
Lexi Anika Lassen.
Jorge Gabriel Martinez Maldonado.
Cariza Dilig Lagman.
Daria Mashanova.
Audie Kresick.
Samantha Mayo.
Tyler John Komanek.
Dominic Aaron Mazes.
Marshall Warren Kohler.
John Aaron McCarthy.
Julian Kalai.
Alexander Estacios Papadis.
Katerina Lily Klipstein.
Letitia Marina Papadis.
Elena Alexandra Klusmeyer.
Callie Alexis Parrish.
Chloe Elizabeth Knighton.
William Zachary Pate.
Caitlin Lene Kish.
Asmi Patel.
Liana Kurtasha Harris.
Rishikesh Patel.
Justin Allen Harris.
Sarah Nicole Merchant.
Sophia Grace Lamuro.
Brandy Marie Mendoza.
Dominic John Lockwood.
Zachary Ryan Meisner.
Gabriella Hope Lotman.
Shaquila Monique Mendez.
Christian David Lopez Avila.
Kira Chantel Holbert.
Romina Lukai.
Isabel Adelina Gonzalez.
Layla Rasulovich.
Kaiser Anthony McGerald.
Emily Jessica Needham.
Jaden Alicia McLaughlin.
Michael Anthony Nesbeth.
Alexander Joseph Khalil.
Jana Wen.
Angelica Athanisia Kartsonis.
Dat Wen.
Winston Rudolph Kelly.
Sophia Wen.
Joseph Samir Kanda.
Megan Alyssa Newell.
Kayla Jordan Benham.
Christopher Oglesby.
Shivam Vijay Patel.
Bailey Ann Myers.
Dylan Thomas Paul.
Kaylee Nicole Sheffield.
Taylor Nicole Patterson.
Amari Sky Morrell.
Pascal Justine Robillard.
Maria Camila Munoz Martinez.
Christina Alethea Robinson.
Paula Zamira Moran.
Emily Rodriguez Neves.
Jesse Dylan Mosley.
Nia Nicole Lee Rocourt.
Ray Chadwick Moore.
Jennifer Rodriguez.
Christian Alexander Moore.
Alexander Browning Rogers.
Viviana Melissa Montegudo.
Brandon Devante Rogers.
Armando Leonel Montelongo.
Samuel Rogers.
Lakarshe Uniqua Mitchell.
Sasha Eden Perry.
Emily Dorado Mojica.
Kirsten Danae Patterson.
Sarah Elizabeth Lavello. Morgan.
Amber Purdue.
Morgan Taylor Leggett.
Miguel Perez.
Matthews Rodriguez Oliveira.
Orest Palumbi.
Ana Cristina Feitosa.
Joseph Brent Perez.
Harry Yakub Obi.
Chandler David Mills.
Jacob Mason Oliver.
Brandon Matthew Mitchell.
Roy Ortiz.
Tyler Joseph Mixon.
Dennis Pshenichny.
Destiny Alexis Middleton.
Evelina Rablazarova.
Evan Sam Michelson.
Skylar Wade Rayford.
Alondra Duarte Marino.
Haris Romanovich.
Luis Miguel Rosado.
Angelou Saitpram Risanen.
Trevor Allen Ross.
Antonio Alberto Ramos.
Alejandro Andres Roldan.
Hannah Faith Rollerson.
Elizaveta Rogashkina.
Madeline Denise Redmond.
Abdo Rustum.
Salisha Powell.
Brandon Lloyd Reese.
Megan Lee Price.
Christina Grace Tallman.
Alec Chandler Pope.
Joan Tangbo.
Hayden Mitchell Porty.
Lillian Grace Taylor.
Sydney Danielle Points.
Francis Samuel Taylor.
David Roberto Plume.
Abhishek Jayesh Isadas.
Joshua Coleman Pizarro.
Trent Warren Thigpen.
Cyrus James Plant.
Robert Michael Tennant.
Adam Pitts.
Sean Patrick Ryan.
Joshua Scott Pishko.
Edward Salmo.
Mitchell Edward Pierce.
Alexis Nicole Rutten.
Gabriela Pimenta.
Miranda Susanna Ryan.
Grace Caroline Nadek.
Angelica Delita.
Stephanie Blair Natter.
Mackenzie Victoria Phillips.
Reese Alexander Riley.
Matilda Fan.
Whitney Hope Whipple.
Aiden Saptakento Pawn.
Anna Skiljo.
Tommy Pham.
Eva Katarina Sluter.
Justin Gerard Pfister.
Joshira Samaj Smith.
Casey Matthew Peters.
Ifaneti McKenya Smith.
Tyler Andrew Payton.
Kyle Devin Smith.
Shelby Lynn Taylor.
Shayla Elizabeth Smith.
Taylor Lisette Bell.
Tamara Danielle Smith.
Adriel Lynette Thomas.
Claudia Giselle Salache.
Juliana Elise Thomas.
Alexander Gregory Spiro.
Bobby Jr. Almodovar.
Emily Ann Sorensen.
Kayla Ziegler.
Jose Gabriel Sevillano.
Jacoby Blithers.
Logan James Sizemore.
Zachary Conley.
Christopher Lewis Silva.
Elizabeth Fuentes.
Rodrigo Simon.
Alessia Feary.
William Riley Shaver.
Lauren Christian.
Lydia Brandy Shano.
Latia Marie Wolf.
Jessica Nicole Shackleton.
Gregory Vladimir Timofeyev.
Jordan Elijah Washington.
Ashley Corinne Tillery.
Chloe Grace Selzer.
Nicholas Taylor Thoraman.
Brooke Nicole Seymour.
Sydney Summer C.
David Thomas Cerudo.
Claire Marie Thompson.
Ashley Renee Probst.
Nicholas Jose Seda.
Kathleen Elizabeth Powell.
Kyler Lee Shearer.
Tyler Matthew Stewart.
Erica Joe Schmucker.
Andree Stathy.
Grace Isabella Schaefer.
Xavier Jacob White.
Vaughn Michael Saunders.
Sarah Anne Marie Stolp.
Axel Gabriel Santiago Capo.
Lauren Nicole Stickney.
Danny Oren Sapp.
Shadia Faisal Wazani.
Michael Moransky.
William Alexander Watson.
Brandon Cadis.
Courtney Wilbur.
Megan Jones.
Cy Von Stavius Wilkerson.
Chastity Marrero.
Tiana Nicole Williams.
Sraylin Yuang.
Orion Alton Woodfin.
Deborah Christelle Ulysses.
Caleb Elijah Wooten.
Dina Turk.
Zachariah Ibrahim Yassin.
Kayla Marie Jordan Tweedell.
Connor Lombardi.
Kendall Ann Trusty.
Terry Brooks.
Isabella Ann Trujillo.
Adam Garrett Watson.
Emma Tippins.
Emilio Angel Valenzuela.
Julio Arnaldo Torres Hernandez.
Ian Richardson.
Lyric Ayani Washington.
Alexander Fleming Utter.
Jean Carlo Velasquez.
Garrett Kelly Simpson.
Zachary Austin Van Etzel.
Miranda Lee Wynn.
Carlos Sebastian Valencia.
Wesley Isaiah Chavis IV.
Kayla Renee Yelvington.
Terry Jory Vermalen.
Anna Lynn Winton.
Emily Jade Victor.
Cheyenne Vanessa Chavis.
Gabriela Luisa Oliveira Vieira.
Elijah Reese Wilson.
Francesca Skirtai.
Alyssa Ileana Viner.
Madison Lee Bennett.
Chelsea Nicole Fisher.
Deja DeAndrea Henry.
Bo Perkins.
Nayer Ashanti Mayat.
Congratulations to each and every one of you. You have earned this diploma, and you have also earned this celebration. May you now become everything you ever wanted to be in life. You will be missed at Mandarin High School, but you shall always be my very last graduating class as I retire while you graduate. We are both transitioning to greater things, but oh, how sweet the memories that we all have of Mandarin High. I want you to go out there in this big world, young people, and make us proud. But remember to face your fears, forget your failures, and follow your faith or not. Congratulations. That's it. This concludes our graduation ceremony for the class of 2018. Thank you for coming, and please be safe going home.